So today we're going to be looking at this here T1 50mm lens. I saw this one, and the thing that drew my eye was that it was reasonably priced. Metal construction, cinema gears, PL mount, and full frame. I figured that it probably wouldn't be usable wide open, but I thought, you know what, stop down to maybe 2.8. You could probably get something out of it if you needed to. Upon receiving the lens, I was quite excited to find out that it's actually quite sharp, wide open. The video montage at the start of this was shot mostly wide open. A couple shots did use a diopter to get a little bit closer. The minimum focus is acceptable on this, but not outstanding. And yeah, it performs shockingly well wide open. It does have a fair amount of chromatic aberration, but again, for a T1 lens, which is probably going to be the theme of this video, for a T1 lens, not as bad as I maybe expected, I think. I will say that if you're going to be going out into natural light, like sunset, stuff like that, you may want to bring a matte box, something to control some of the flares and stuff like that, or you may see yourself stopping down. Typically, the lens does actually behave quite well. I did a quick side-by-side to compare this lens with the Rokinon 50mm T1.5, the Rokinon Samyang Bauer, very popular cine set. Just to see how it compared to something a little bit cheaper, as well as the Canon CNE, which is substantially more expensive. The image coming out of this T1 is, in my mind, probably more comparable with the Canon CNE than the Samyang. Mostly positives here, I have to say. I will add that this is my second copy of this lens. The first one, while it was perfect from an image point of view, the focus ring was a little bit stiff. I asked if they could make it a little bit smoother. They said yes. And along the course of the way, they informed me that they were in fact bringing out a revision, a version 2, which this is, which has much smoother focus throw. Perhaps smooth isn't the right word. The previous one was very smooth, but it was just incredibly stiff. I found that with using a nucleus wireless follow focus, it would actually jiggle the lens a little bit. You could certainly see the beginning of a push or a pull. Credit to them for updating the design to account for that. And now both aperture and focus is just buttery smooth. It's just a very satisfying thing. The lens comes with this lens case, which is a nice value add. I think the front lens cap is the only thing that sort of clues you into the price range that this lens is in. You know, if that's the corner they had to cut, I'm pretty happy with it. All that I've done is order myself custom-made lens cap, and I will continue doing that if they do bring out more in the set, which I suppose leads me to the conclusion of this video. This lens is an absolute pleasure to hold and wield and to look at, and then you put it on the camera and the image looks incredible as well. I really, really hope that they bring out more in this lens set. If they could get maybe like 35 and 85, dare I even dream for a 24, and they keep the image fairly consistent, this could be something else entirely. Yeah, what else? I think that's all. Until next time.